Welcome back, Motorheads. This is Project Car Finds on Facebook Marketplace. This week, take a trip through Arizona. Up first, we got a 1957 Dodge for $49.50. This one here's got some new floors in it. Get some work to the rocker panels. Also, the engine turns over by hand. And he has a clear Arizona title. These old Mopars got such an angry face. It looks like they're about to go medieval on you at any time. Makes me wonder if it was really that bad working in the design department at Mopar back in these days. However, this car is actually pretty cool. It's got some cool lines to it. I definitely think this one here should be saved and restored. Not sure about that price. What do you guys think of the price on this little Dodge? Leave it in the comments. Up next, we got a 1961 Ford Falcon for $1,500. This was going to be a father-daughter project. Project's changed. Now he wants $1,500 for it, but he also has a 289 small block to go with it for additional $1,400. These little Falcons actually make pretty good little race cars, honestly. I've seen a lot of guys make a pretty fast little car out of these. Now, from the pictures, it doesn't look to be too bad, but the pictures aren't great, so you can't really get a real good feeling on what you're looking at here. But for $1,500, this might be a good project car for somebody. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments. Up next, got a 1963 Ford Thunderbird for $6,500. Seller states he drove it to and from work a few times, then parked it, now won't grab a gear. Not sure if it's a linkage or what, so I'm saying it's probably going to need a transmission, to be honest with you. I would always go with the worst case scenario. Overall, though, this little Thunderbird doesn't look bad. I think it's been lowered because I don't remember the Thunderbird setting that low, so it's got either somebody's cut the springs or something going on. But overall, this car is not a bad looking car. The interior looked pretty good, dash looks good. But $6,500, I'm not so sure on a $6,500 price tag, especially possible to even transmission. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments. Up next, got a 1953 Buick for $7,000. This one here's got a 3.5-inch chop on it. Still needs some metal work finish, sitting on a Caprice chassis, and also comes with a 305 and an automatic transmission that still need to be installed. Boy, it's a good looking car, but then again, I'm a sucker for an old Buick, especially when they've been chopped. I don't say that about many cars. I don't think a lot of cars look good chopped, but this one definitely does. But that $7,000 price tag, yeah, I can't get on board with that price. Next, we got a 1965 Dodge for $9,500. This here is the Wind in Your Hair edition with a 383, and this one here has been in storage for 15 years and it's currently not running. Overall, this little Dodge doesn't look bad, and I actually do like the looks of these little Dodges here being the convertible. Not so much the hardtop on these, but I do like the convertible. Now, this car does appear to be pretty solid from the pictures that we can see here, and if it is a Southwest car, it probably doesn't have a whole lot of rot to it. Now, do I see $9,500? I'll let you guys be the judge. Next, got a 1967 Pontiac Le Mans for $11,500. This one here is going to have a 326 Pontiac in it with a list of performance parts. Says it runs great. It's got 2-speed transmission. It also shifts great. Now, personally, I like the 66 better than the 67, primarily because I like the taillights better on the 66. But overall, the pictures of this car here, this car looks to be in pretty good shape. It's a running, driving car. This would be a perfect candidate for a little GTO clone, or build it as the Pontiac Le Mans it is. What do you guys think of this one here, and what do you guys think of the price? Leave it down in the comments. Up next, we got a 1957 Ford Country Squire wagon for $15,500. This little wagon here is rumored to have a 4.6 liter out of a 1996 Lincoln with a 4-speed automatic transmission. Well, here's one for you wagon buffs. Now, this actually is a wagon I kind of like too. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to front. Now, overall, this car doesn't look to be in too bad a shape. Kind of like some of the weathered look it's got going on there. But overall, I think this here might make somebody a good little project car or just a little driver. What do you guys think of the price? Leave it down in the comments, because me, I'm not so sure about that price. Next, we got a 1970 Dodge Super Beat for $11,950. This car here is rumored to be a number matching car with a 383 with a 727 transmission. I'm assuming the color code on this car was supposed to be brown with a white vinyl top. Well, if you guys can remember a few videos back, we actually had another supposed number matching Super Beat for 10 grand. You know, the one that everybody lost their crap on when I said it wasn't worth 10 grand because it was wrecked and the quarters were gone. The roof had holes in it. Basically a big POS. Well, this one here is $11,900. This is the kind of car you spend bigger money on. One, it's not wrecked, still has quarters, and still kind of a solid car. Next, got a 1964 Olds Cutlass for $3,500. Seller says it got a clean title, it's got a V8 in it, it runs, but it automatically floods itself out when started, so it sounds like it got some carburation issues. For $3,500, this car actually doesn't look to be in too bad a shape, from the pictures that we can see anyhow. But hell, in today's market, when you're trying to find you a budget-friendly little cruiser or hot rod, $3,500 is like the old $1,200 back in the day. Carburetor problem is not that big of an issue. What do you guys think of this one here for $3,500? Leave it in the comments. Up next, got a 1969 Plymouth Fury convertible for $5,500. So it's just going to need a lot of work, don't have time to put into it, it will run. Every time I see this, only thing it tells me is this person does not have any idea what their vehicle is worth. They're going by this little key they found on the internet, not taking into any consideration what kind of condition their vehicle is in before they come up with a stupid number. I can't be the only one who feels that way. I'm not saying this car ain't worth anything and it's not worth saving, but not at that price. What do you guys think of that price on this little Fury? Up next, got a 1969 Olds Tornado for $3,200. Well, this one looks like it's got a 455 cubic inch 8-cylinder, and they want $3,200 at best offer. Even though these were not the best looking cars from GM, I thought they were kind of cool, and you don't come across them very often. That's probably not a bad price for one of these right now. This thing runs and drives, and you can get it for the right price. I'm thinking like $2,700 to $3,200, and you actually like these cars. That's a pretty good price on it. Like I said, they're not everybody's cup of tea, so, you know, it might not be worth nothing to you. What do you guys think of this Olds? Next, got a 1975 Olds Delta 88 for $5,000. This here is a Wind in the Hair edition. The seller says it's got a clean title, and this would be a great restoration project. I'm not going to lie, this is one of my favorite ones on the list today. Is it worth $5,000? Probably not, but if the car is actually as good a shape as it looks like here in the pictures, and I can get it running and driving and everything underneath there fairly solid, I'm thinking, if you don't come across them very often, I would probably go ahead and give the $5,000 for that. But like I said, that's only because I'm retarded and I really like these. And I don't know what it is about these that I really like. I've just always liked these in the big body Buick convertible. Yeah, I need help, but I always thought they were cool. What do you guys think of these old 88 convertibles? Leave it in the comments. Up next, I have 1964 Buick Riviera for $10,500. This little Riviera here is rumored to be a number matching car, 100% rust free, and appears to have never had any accidents. Also, it's a highly optioned out car. This is another one of those oddball cars that I just have always liked. I don't really know why, but I always have. They're nice cars. They're good driving cars. They're not the best looking thing under the sun, but they are good looking cars. I really always have loved the interior and the dash on these right here. And these things are really starting to come up in value right now. Is that a good price on this one here? I'm going to let you guys decide. Leave it in the comments what you think. Well, that's all I got for you today. If you liked today's video, smash that like button, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.